just sort of, it's nice. Just keeps going.
If she seems uninterested with it or occupied, okay, I will put it into my thing. Just kind of casually, just put it in with my bag of stuff. I will add it as an item.
Oh, thank you. I'll tidy it up later. Whisper, anything you didn't say before? I think what you wanted to be doing.
I would like to look around for anything that might have anything to do with infection or disease or Drakov, but I am also, because these two people are communicating all clandestine, I am going to look around the fireplace to see if there's any loose stone.
Okay.
Or a little hiding spot.
Okay, make an investigation check, please. I'm going to say for your search of a specific sort of medical and Drakov-related journals, given you and Vanessa, well, given that you're trying to do something that Vanessa is also making a very thorough job of, I'm going to have you get some small benefit from her success, as she's also working through. I'm going to come back to the stuff that Vanessa gets in a moment, but you would find throughout the course of the evening, maybe it's she brings it over to you or you locate a tomb together. There are a couple of very mundane, standard medicinal books, very basic poultices. It's archaic. It's like it's the D&D equivalent of recommendations of leechings and things like that. It again contains no reference to anything magical or even particularly alchemical. There's no references to anything that you'd know or recognize as being a healing potion. But there are, teas that are meant to help stop a fever, or things that you know are very, very unlikely. A mixture of an ointment that's said to help relieve the pain of broken bones and help them mend quicker, which you're fairly certain isn't the case. Old, archaic. Zero reference to Drakov.
Yeah.
Your search of the fireplace as well brings nothing. Just very old. The ash is near enough, just like a slick layer now. It's been rainwater has perhaps made its way down the chimney or just damp over the years, and what ash was there has been flattened down and wettened, and it's now just pile. As for Vanessa,
can I just jump in with a really, really quick one? These things that I've got, have they been signed at all by Dalk Dranzog?
The note, no, they look to be, they're casual notes. We were probably, if Dalk wrote them, they're probably more just for like a reminder or a note for him, not like a letter to be sent. It wasn't like an invoice. It was more just a scribbled note.
Then I might try and casually, I'm going to try and find something that has got his signature that looks like he has written it.
Okay. Yeah, if it's just for the purpose of wanting his signature, I'm sure you could find something that bears it. Imagine maybe a book had like a dedication written in the front, but you'd gifted to somebody but had never given
okay,
something like that. Yeah,
I'll mark that in. Cool.
Vanessa, so you spend most of the night squirreling away through these tomes. Remind me the specifics of what you were looking for, Vanessa. So you just trying to consume and flick through as much as you can and get a sense of what this library's about?
Consume as much as I can, but specifically trying to find stuff that relates to the letter that Aslan wrote.
Okay.
So, pointing out like context clues and stuff like that, and seeing if I can like cross-reference things that he's mentioned in there, like domains and Gelton or whatever town person he was talking about is in control of this domain with a capital D, stuff like that.
Okay. So a good few hours spent reading. You find And many of these books, you find you have to be very delicate with. These are old books. You find 0 references to near enough anything that Azalin mentioned in his letter. Nothing about domains, nothing about Drakov. You find an occasional reference to talismans, but in a very mundane sense that you are confident isn't related to your actual concerns. Just, references to old baubles worn by rulers you've never heard of in regions you've never heard of, wearing just fine trinkets and talismans. You do find a couple of mentions to religious ceremonies. Only 1 or 2 from the pages, and in some of the older tomes, you find references to Helm, Ilmata, Umberly, a couple of deities that you would know are Faerunian. You find 1 or 2 newer looking books, still old by your standard now, referencing Gelton as a small fishing village on the shores of Lake Volness. Other references you find instructional tomes about farming. You find a large number of just historical references, accounts of wars and battles. It's very much like a noble or scholar's library, but none of the people really ring any bells to you. 0 references to Drakov whatsoever.
Yeah, I think. I mean, there's definitely something curious about not having any references to Drakov, and I'll point that out as I'm rifling through all these things. Does it all sort of just seem academic? There doesn't seem to be any like personal journals or anything like that?
The closest you have to anything personal is you find 1 or 2 references like margined in the books to where some of the places being mentioned relate to are in relation to Dranzog's fortress.
Mm-hmm. But nothing that kind of ties in everything.
Correct, yeah.
All right. Well, kind of considering this fruitless, she'll point out the books, but she'll just take the hour to long rest, or not long rest, to short rest, and hang out. Did we check this shelf? The shelf on the wall over here.
Yeah. I'm going to take that your search in particular. I mean, you've grabbed the rest, but then you've spent pretty much most of the evening going through all this. I'm going to take that you've searched all the shelves. Okay. You've gone through all the books. I imagine at least everything we picked up opened and had a bit of a cursory glance. If you found the potential for interest in subject matter, should have stayed and read a bit more.
Okay.
This crumbly piece of paper you said that was in the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and, just because of my tool proficiencies, can I try and gauge how old this paper might be? I am proficient in calligrapher's supplies.
You are, yeah. Make me an investigation check. Add your proficiency to investigation.
I am not proficient in investigation, so I will do that. 1 second. +3. I do not know.
You do not know.
I'm too drunk. I'm like fucking falling apart in my hands as I'm trying to look at them there. This seems like a job for a more clear-minded Hazim. What have you, Vanessa? I think I've kind of like been in and out of it, like kind of like drinking and kind of like waking up and then I'm just falling back asleep, like seeing that Vanessa's still busy in a way, knowing we'll go when she's ready, or we'll wake up and she won't be here. It'll be one of them.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, at some point, us having found nothing, like, Whisper would have offered to help if Vanessa needed, but like seeing her like very focused, digging through stuff would have eventually like passed out on one of these chairs if she's going all night looking at all this stuff.
I think in one of my moments where I wake up and like kind of still seeing Vanessa acting like, Vanessa, you have they seen anything in the way of dates? Like how far back these date? Not that we know what time they use here. I'm trying to work out this paper. Seems very old, but trying to see if we can work out how old Drakov is.
I don't know. Do I? Did I see anything with dates or?
You find a couple of dates referenced dotted around in relation to when things have been happening in these places, but you're not familiar with names of. A lot of the dates tend to hover around like 1100 and 1300.
And that's how many decades or centuries before we're here? Roughly.
You know it to be
Have they kept the same calendar?
yeah, you've heard in Falcone the way it's been referred to as being the year 687.
Hmm.
687 what?
BC, BS, BA.
Well, this is the thing. So if it's older, is it like kind of our calendar where it gets lower, 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 or have they just reset it? Did it get to 1300 and then they've started a new calendar?
I mean, yeah, in character, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Go. I'm not sure. I don't know how these people tell time or how they keep track of it. Perhaps when Drakov ascended to power, they reset the clock, so to speak. It's not the first time a ruler has done this. Or these are from the future, and that would make things even more confusing.
I mean, the letter said about being unsure about what time they were in, but it seemed they said they arrived too late and the land was riddled with undead, so I would presume we are in the later time, no?
At this moment, Vanessa, her eyes go a little bit wide, but then narrow with focus, and then she's going to go up to the desk that Hazim is sleeping at, and she's going to open her bag and start to rifle through it. She's going to pull out the Asimov book to see what year, if it has any kind of like publishing information, like what year it might be.
Yeah, you find in there the date 1950.
This is even either
GM.
further back. Oh, go on.
I was just gonna ask, like, it was around 1500 DR, right? Back in Faerun, I would assume.
Should be writing these dates down.
Your date, it was 1493 back in Faerun. It is 687 in Falkovnia. Asimov came out in 1950.
And the journals I found were 1100, right?
The journal, yeah.
I'm writing this down.
All right.
What was the journal date? Sorry, I was just typing. I missed it.
1100.
1100.
Yeah.
journal from Aslan, right? Or was it Strahd's journal?
No, it was just journals we found in this library.
Yeah, just various
Oh.
dates of events happening and things like that.
It's sort of like circa 1100. Does the penmanship on any of the journals, anything that's written, look like anything that we've come across before in our documents, besides the Aslan letter?
No, and
Okay.
although you'd be starting to be familiar with some Faerun, a few of them appear to be print pressed. A few of them are handwritten.
Mm-hmm.
There's very little consistency to the handwriting there, which tracks someone who's a lot of the nobles that sort of collect books. They wouldn't have been sat there writing them in house.
Yeah, makes sense.
So variety in the script is to be expected.
There's lots of pieces here. Dates now help at least contextualize, but they don't answer any questions. If anything, they've given us more questions.
I'm gonna peek open an eye, just kind of sleeping uncomfortably from this chair. I would assume that these are wizards with the ability to move through time, right?
Yes.
That I was trying to find you in time. Is it possible that we have moved in time coming here? Valkovnia.
The language on that letter that I found seems to be very deliberate. The capitalization of domain.
Is that not just its domain?
No, I don't think it is. Even when writing letters such as these, there's nothing in here that would indicate a lack of understanding of punctuation or correct grammar or anything of the sort. As I said, I think it's deliberate. I think whoever this person, whoever these people are, believe that they're somehow traveling, and that these domains are places that they're traveling between.
I do not think, or at least I wonder, if this is the library that was spoken of in the letter.
You may not
This
be
does
wrong.
not seem prepared with any information meant for this Strahd person. I think we must still... Where are we supposed to... Where's the town with the... I get all the names mixed up. DM, with my keen mind, can I remember the name of the place where the wizardy guy is in this Valkovnia land?
Morfenzi?
Morfenzi. I think after this house and the lakes, we should consider still making way to Morfenzi, despite the risks.
I agree. I think that just based on reactions and what we've heard, there's the doctor that they keep talking about. I feel like if Strahd is assisting him, if this Strahd person is an assistant to him, then he's somehow connected to this as well.
It does not seem that they are allied with Drakov, though.
No, but they may have answers, and that's all I really care about now. You should get back to your rest. I didn't mean to wake you.
You should rest as well.
No, I'll be all right. I took a breather about an hour ago.
Right.
And I'm just going to kind of curl back up against the cushion very uncomfortably still and just kind of pass out again.
So, a night passes. Vanessa can gain the benefit of a short rest. Whisper and Hazim, when he returns, can do a long.
Oh, thank God. Beautiful spell slots.
You reach a point where you wake naturally. You feel refreshed and know you've had a good few hours sleep. It is only slightly lighter outside the windows though, and the storm has not abated. Vanessa, you haven't been up for a while. You would have reached a point where you're starting to get that whole it's a bit discomforting for you that you imagine you've pulled all-nighters of study before, or all-nighters of leisure. You'd be expecting to see a bit of light creeping up. And although eventually it does, it's very, very slight. You'd still call it heavy dusk.
Yeah, I'd say when Hazim starts to wake up, he would see her kind of standing out by the window, just looking out of it.
Apply a long rest, Hazim.
Didn't even need to be here for it either. Does that return my hit points that we'd lost, our max hit points?
It does.
That you'd
Anyone,
about hadn't you?
No. Anyone except Vanessa, who had lost some max HP, can now revert it. Vanessa, you cannot.
I will look. Empty bottle. Don't remember finishing it. Just kind of look. Did you sleep at all?
Art imitates light.
I took a bit of a rest, short one. Didn't find much though, just more questions. Peculiar dates that don't make sense.
You wrote them down?
Yes, and by yes, I mean Luca did.
Whisper.
I did in chat the various
Whisper did because
dates.
she was asleep. But yes, it. We've at least got dates down. Maybe we can piece them together at some point. The Whisper and I were talking, and we still think that Morfenzi is a destination worth investigating.
I agree. I think there are a few places that seem to have piqued our interest, and so whether we want to head straight there or visit other places on the way, much to be
I am
discussed.
still interested in
The three traitors.
like the three traitors. We have found almost nothing of Drakov here.
This is a large house. There's still more to see.
And we
Yes.
still must clear it out, I suppose. Vanessa, have you found all you're going to find in here?
DM, have I?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, with a nat 20 for a 23, there was nothing I was hiding for you, spending a full night searching this room.
I think I've found everything that I can use here. Anything that we can use here, at least. We should make our way through the rest of the floor. Make sure that everything else is quiet. Vanessa search on just as I am. And just be done with this as quickly as we can.
Agreed. I'm going to just uncurl myself from this chair and stretch, and I will head for the door.
Oh. Just kind of like when he gives a stretch, as this big lanky teenager looking. Okay, kind of like pick up the empty bottle and let's go. And I will unequip my
I
glaive.
can see doors. DM, did we see this room to the right?
You didn't
We
go
didn't
in
go
them. I pinged them, but yeah, doors was crazy last week. The doors have returned.
Did
I would like
we
to
heard
listen.
something? We heard something in the room that I checked at the beginning. When was it like the first door? Was there something in that one?
No, you heard something in. Well, you can't see it. When you can see it, I'll
The
tell
one,
you
that,
the door.
the
it
one at
was.
the top left, where
Yes.
where Whisper was.
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard like. You described it as a coin dropping.
Oh, right, yeah. I would like to listen at this door, and if I don't hear anything, I will open it.
Maybe have a check of perception.
Yep.
You hear a low like a groan that you recognize as being similar to the sounds of the undead that you have heard around Falcovnia so far.
Those sounds like undead sounds or
Yeah.
hanging curtain sounds? Meat curtain sounds. What
Oh,
were the...
yeah,
Shit.
zombie
What did we call
sounds.
the skinned guys, yeah.
Beef curtains, you call
Not
them.
that we know. Didn't Vanessa's voice say there's nothing up there? It's safe.
You don't know that, but yeah, you do
I
hear
said
this.
I don't know that. But
You do hear this, but
I will look at them and say, I am pretty sure there is some sort of undead creature in there.
okay, room by room. You want me to lead in?
You hear the scrape of feet in the room as you sort of.
I'm
as
going
you
to
speak.
lift up my hand and I'm going to knock.
You
knock.
rang.
As you knock, you're like a. From the inside.
Should we approach with? I mean, we should obviously approach the caution, but don't forget
The door begins to pound, and you see the
Okay.
clumsy attempts of a door to be
I was
wrenched
going
open
to
from the
say this
inside.
could be another case of more sympathetic undead, but perhaps not.
I
That's what I was thinking. I will knock in. Hello, I'm sorry. Could we...
The cries get louder. The door's clearly trying to be wrenched open by something forcefully on the inside.
DM.
I am...
Whisper, you
Go
may
on.
want to step back.
These windows. Can I open one of the windows? Because this is a ledge, right? Outside. This is the porch.
Yes. Yeah, you could. But maybe this is a lot. This is while someone's trying to get up the other door, so you're running away. Well, you're leaving the door trying to be wrenched open, and you want to.
I mean,
Go
there's zombies.
around.
We've not seen them open doors
Sure.
and stuff yet. So.
Okay.
I am
Yeah.
going to open the door, though.
Pardon?
I am going to open the door, though.
Okay.
After the knocking, the door opens. Find yourself looking into an empty room.
I'm going to just kind of side glance at Vanessa.
What is it?
The house is playing tricks on us.
Yeah, Vanessa will come over and look in the door as well.
Azim, someone has slammed the door on you.
I look at the door.
And Vanessa, obviously, you possibly think that Hazim has just slammed himself shut in the library behind you.
Hazim?
Can I hear her?
Yeah.
Wasn't me. You?
No. And,
I'm just
There's
not gonna
nothing
mess.
here.
I'm not messing about. I'm just gonna walk over, grab this chair, and just yeet it through that window.
Yeah. Yeah, you go. Yeah, it goes through.
Vanessa will use Mage Hand to open this if she can.
She would feel that it's locked. You
Alright.
hear the smash of glass on the other side of in the library, Vanessa.
I'm
Hazim?
Azim?
1 minute, and I'm gonna climb through.
Yeah.
And I dunk, 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 knock on the window.
Yeah. You both see Hazim outside the window.
I'll open the window for him if I can.
And while Whisper's doing that, Vanessa's just going to take a look at the desk and the shelves to see if there's anything of interest. Pinging with the those eyes.
The eyes are back up, are they? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those hungry eyes. Nothing
Oh,
pings.
eyes.
Nothing pings with the eyes.
Look
Alright.
at you.
He's going for it. He's going for it. Yeah, looking around, you find, I mean, we're not going to say you don't find anything, because you can see things there. There's just the same sort of stuff that Hazim would have told you we found in the drawer. Day-to-day, mundane, like Clark level stuff.
It doesn't look like there's anything of interest in here, but look for yourselves if you wish. Going to keep going.
I'm gonna
I
climb back out.
believe this house is playing tricks.
Hazim, where are you
I had
going?
wondered. Azim?
I look in through this other window.
Disappears out of sight, walking along the. Is it a portico? Is that what we call that? I think.
I think so.
Sure, but yeah, you see Hazim head out along the building, out of sight into the storm. It's still raining, despite the lack of rain on the map. Hazim, you peer through, and you see what you see.
I'm just gonna look at Vanessa and say, in a house that we know to be playing tricks on us, he has chosen a strange time to start going off by himself.
She says as she opened a door to zombies.
Well, I'd better not hear anything from him about me wandering off ever again.
I'm going through the window.
Yeah, you both hear a smash from down the corridor.
And this
Is it behind this door? I hear it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Empty room.
Okay.
Vanessa will take a look around now.
Oh, Whisper's not even listening at rooms now. She's just going straight in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's had it. She wants to get out.
Well,
Well done, because Vanessa. Whilst you two are racing, Vanessa just mentioned something in the bathroom. So what was it you were looking to do in the bathroom, Vanessa?
Just looking, pinging, seeing if there's anything of interest. Maybe some nice soaps. I don't know.
Yeah, so
some
nothing.
monogrammed towels.
Nothing. Yeah, DD on all these files.
Not soap, but wax, where somebody was melted in the tub.
Yeah.
So nothing pings. You do find. Looking around this, you can tell that this would have been considered a nice bathroom. This would not have been a bathroom that servants used. This would be the bathroom of someone with station. There's sort of crude plumbing on the bath. Seems to have a pipe up to the ceiling where I'd imagine rainwater would be collected, and you can see there's like a little furnace underneath it. It is unlikely, in your experience, Vanessa, you would likely know that master bedrooms are likely nearby. A bathroom like this would not be down with the house staff.
Okay. Well, I see him standing in front of a door now, so I'm gonna take a listen.
You hear footsteps on the other side, and I imagine the quiet mutterings of Hazim and Whisper.
Oh,
I wasn't muttering. I didn't say nothing. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
And as you step into the room, Vanessa, you would immediately notice
Ooh.
a glowing rune.
I
on
can see
the
that. Are we
chest
supposed to
of
see
the bed.
that?
Yeah, I can't set token visibility
Oh,
for
okay,
just
yeah.
individuals, unfortunately.
Okay.
But yeah, just Vanessa would notice a large shimmering rune on top of it.
Yeah, Vanessa, when she gets in, will immediately be drawn to it, and she'll take out her magnifying glass, and she's going to try and identify it, see what kind of rune it is.
Yeah, peering through, casting identify. You, well, if you're going with a full identify, you would
identify.
recognize it as this is a glyph of warding. That is
There's
protecting
something on the.
chest.
Is there something on the chest, Vanessa?
I guess a very
Being
powerful
you look
ward.
at this.
Yeah. Yes, and she'll stand up, putting away her magnifying glass. There's a glyph of warding here. Everyone move to the bathroom right quick. Going to attempt something. And then from here, she's going to cast the mage hand out and try to like bring her shadow up to try and unlock it, or at least trigger the glyph.
Yeah. It undoes the latch. And goes to lift the lid. Once it's been sort of more than about an inch, there's a very, very brief blast. You all feel the heat, even in the bathroom. As Vanessa and Hazim would see it as well, I think. A very brief instant of a column of blue fire just floor to ceiling for a moment before it's gone.
Well, I think that did it then, didn't it? And then, Vanessa will go up to the chest and she'll take out her dagger and just lift up the lid the rest of the way.
There are a couple of items in here. There is just an old set of like dark red, like padded sort of quilted shirt, like almost like formal shirt and breeches. There is a black iron dagger with a red hilt carved. The hilt is carved with the wings and beak of sort of bird of prey. The dagger tip looks freshly bloodied. It is not magical, going off with your eyes. And there is also a tattered journal.
Yeah, Vanessa will show the dagger off to Hazim and whisper that there's no enchantment on this, but the blood in here may be of some concern. And she'll
I'll
hand it off
reach out
to,
my hand.
Yeah, she'll hand it off to Whisper, and then as she's doing so, she'll reach in and then thumb through the journal.
Yeah. From a cursory read, it seems to be the personal journal of Dalk Dranzorg. He does not seem to have been a man with a particularly poetic nature.
Is it written in crayon?
It's not written in crayon. It's not quite like that, but it is almost more just like a functional log of upstartings quelled, taxes taken.
Yeah, so there's no there's not really like any introspective or emotional.
Absolutely, next to nothing. But closest you have to that is bitter and angry statements at the audacity of one of his vassals, who seems to frequently be giving him small, low-level grievances, slightly late taxes, always a few excuses. That is a Lord Stepanov Drakov. One of the last entries is him summoning Stepanov and his family to come to what appears to be called the Dread Fort. He makes references to you, able to piece together that the castle that used to be most of his structure was probably called the Dread Fort, and Stepanov Drakov and his family were summoned. It's summoned, underlined. I feel that with your experience of a time spent reading it, you would probably imagine that this was some sort of punitive summoning by a liege lord. That's the last entry in the book.
It's the last entry, but given what happened to Dranzorg, I wager to think that Drakov didn't come unprepared.
What do you mean?
I'll look over what you're. I'm sure you're pointing at it or something.
Yeah, just hold it open and hand it off to Whisper.
I would bet they came with their whole clan.
Considering the state of Dranzorg's body, I don't imagine he made it out of that alive.
It must have been a quick affair. The house is still very much intact, unless they built it up over top of him. I did notice on the outside there were older stones. Perhaps they built Drakov Manor
on top of Dreadfort.
On top of Drazorg.
Hazim, you know weapons probably more than anyone here. Does this dagger, and she'll gesture over the dagger that she gave to Whisper, does that look familiar to you at all?
I will look it over, DM.
You're proficient, you're all martial proficient, aren't you? You would recognize, I think, from the...
Does it seem more ceremonial than...
No, it seems more... I'm trying to think of the best way of describing it. I know what I'm seeing. I can't think of a way to describe it in terms of the hilt. The way the hilt is sort of balanced and shaped, this very much to you doesn't seem like a belt, like a dagger that was worn at the belt, or even really one that was like to be concealed. This seems like maybe like a boot and throw. This seems like it's weighted for flight. Yeah, it does not seem ceremonial. It looks functional as fuck, but has also time's been spent. It's someone who had a lot of money and wanted to perhaps make an impression.
And then I will relay that information. I'm not sure what you were saying about him being built on top of him.
Is this a trophy? Then, looking down at the dagger, kept in this warded box along with the journal. If they killed Drazorg at his fort, the Drakov clan, and then built their home on top of his corpse.
It was all his papers in the office. It was his office. The ghost of him wanted to go here, so he must have known about it. It wasn't built after him. I'm imagining more that this used to be a keep long ago, and something in even his past, it was rebuilt into a mansion on top of what was remaining of it. I don't think this building was built by Drakov.
No, I agree. Well, it is curious, though. This could be a trophy cache of sorts, keeping this dagger of his. Because the bird of prey doesn't look like a falcon. It looks like a different kind of bird.
It's clearly a bird of prey.
Okay. It was
Falkovnia was still
staggered.
Falkovnia before it was Rakov, so Falcon was perhaps still important to the people.
Very true. This could be, as you said, some sort of trophy cache that keep favorite weapon here, keep the journal of the last bit of Dranzorg's legacy under lock and key. These clothes here clearly point to some sort of nobility.
We are presuming that it is his blood. Perhaps it was Spetnov. Spetsnov? Stepanov's
Stepanov.
blood. Perhaps he made a point throwing the dagger at Stepanov.
Was that the name that was given by Aslan in the letter? Stepanov?
Which Aslan letter?
The one that we just got. He said he
No,
left
it was
this place.
Caspian or Kasserin or something
Oh,
like that.
Okay.
yeah, Cespenar.
Cespenar. Okay.
I would look at you, Steven. Yes, I think you were right. I was drawn up to what I definitely felt was my study before downstairs. So you are probably right that this was Drazorg's home at one point.
When you say my study, you mean my as in when you were possessed?
I do not know how it works, but yes, when there was
Just
him
trying to
with
establish that you are not calling it your study again, is it okay?
me. No,
Fine.
it is more a lingering memory that is not mine. And DM, can I just glance over the desk here? Just because there are papers on the map, so I'm just gonna look.
Yeah, it looks to be a writing desk that is blank, a long since dried up ink pot. This just looks like where someone would write their personal letters, but there are none currently. Hazim. There are a couple of long dead potted plants on the tables. There's no scent, but even dead and shriveled, you recognise enough from the remnants of other stems and the twigs coming off it to know that one of these plants was the start of a Quachao melon plant.
Ooh.
Would be familiar from them, from the Market Oasis area.
I do. How peculiar that I remember that. I will.
Very, very distinctive twisted stem coming up. I'm getting their name for when people would cut, when the farmers would. There's so much tension on this twisted stem that when the farmers would cut or write melons off, it would retract with a ka-chow. Why you recognise it?
I look at this. What does this look like to you? This plant, the root.
I am not familiar with it.
If they were to describe it to him, would they describe it how you have just described it, as in how it looks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a corkscrew?
Yeah, corkscrew stem. This hasn't grown to a point of actually bearing fruit before it died,
Sure.
but the stem's distinctive, yeah.
I'm just trying to. Yeah.
I would say it looks similar to that of a corkscrew, but I'm not familiar with the plants.
I'm just making sure we're both seeing the same things. And I will
Okay.
poke my glaive at it.
Something wrong with it. Is it poisonous?
It is from closer to my homeland, and so very out of place being here.
Maybe a dried leaf falls off. It acts exactly as you'd expect.
I am wondering whether
another trick of the house, or if it is in fact here, a gift from somewhere distant.
We had seen mention of many lands we were more familiar with in the study. This house seems to come or have been lived in by people from not Falgonia.
Can I do well? I mean, can I see whether I remember at all Gelton, if I've ever heard of it before? The village that he wrote about.
Yeah, and I would give it to you that none of you have heard of Gelton.
Okay.
Whoever lived here was very clearly well traveled and not kept in by mists or swarms of infected undead.
Or they had visitors who weren't.
Yes.
I am wondering whether this is something that the lord of the house managed to procure for himself, or something that was brought to him. Either way, unsettling that it's found its way here. And I will kind of hold out my hand out to the root, and then I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
Did you say something, Vanessa?
Oh no, out of character. I was just going to say that I was going to listen to this door over here, but because I rolled a 3, I obviously hear nothing, and so I will use my mage hand to open it.
Yeah, you hear nothing, and it opens up into a glass-walled room. The vines have creeped up the top and bottom. You can see they are slowly encompassing this the same way that downstairs has been. But there is enough space there for a couple of windows to be opened. And you see the drapes blowing in. A couple of ornaments and cups have fallen off the table onto the floor.
Must be the conservatory. Interesting choice of furniture. And Vanessa will start to look through these books over here.
These are all fiction works over here. Some very boring, not like children's stories, not quite young adult, but so not like as in fairy tales, but like children's stories. They're all pretty badly written. There are also the equivalent of some Lady Chatterley's lovers sort of books.
Is there any Hardy Boys in there? Maybe Baby
Sure.
Club. I do see a little name on this thing here. I don't know what that is, but
the name is not there, but you just see there's an old abandoned dog bed.
Okay.
Are there any distinctive... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I'm going to check out this door. Go on.
I was just going to ask if there were any distinctive remnants of plants in these pots.
These look to be just houseplants and small flowers that have all fallen to ruin. All the plants are obviously long dead.
Yeah.
Hazim only recognised his because of its comical stem.
I'm gonna get on my knees and having a look around on the floor near the chairs, see if I can find a coin.
I would say you can see that there are a couple of copper mugs and cups that have fallen onto the floor, and seeing the open window and the breeze coming in and like an empty metal cup on the floor, I feel like you'd be very confident
Okay.
The floor's clear enough of Melise in front of a window that you'd have just seen a coin if it was there. Seeing this mug, I think you'd be confident that the wind coming in heavy in the storm had blown a cup off.
Okay.
Lucky cup.
I'm
Almost
checking this
cleared this
door
room.
out. Oh, go on. Sorry.
It leads to the corridor outside.
Yeah. Or so we think. Okay, it does.
That leaves us with one more room.
No, there's the door that led upstairs that I had opened earlier.
One more room on this floor. The other one.
Oh, yes.
And I didn't hear anything in here, so I'm feeling confident that I can just go in anyway. And I just step in, and I just stop in the doorway straight away.
What is it?
I don't know why. Unsettled me for a moment. It is an infant's crib. Anything of interest in here, dear?
It is empty. You see a slight red stain on the carpet in the middle of the room. Everything else appears normal.
Vanessa will take her mage hand and just pull the carpet to the side and like bundle it up in a corner and see if there's anything under it.
It is clear underneath.
Does the blood look fresh or does it look old?
No, it looks old.
Okay.
Very, very faded.
And are these chests here, these drawers?
The chest is not, the cupboards are.
All right.
They contain, you see, some old swaddling clothes, old cloth nappies, a couple of like medical supplies.
Perfect prep machine.
Yeah. One of those automatic nappy bagging machines.
There's no blood in the crib.
No.
And I kind of look to where there was on the floor.
Are you all right, Azim?
I just kind of look to whisper in the door. I am, but blood in a child's room is never what you want to find. What was that noise?
Came from a corridor north of you. Whisper. You hear some sort of squeak, screech.
Did we all hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Either there are mice or the house is trying yet another trick. Should we go upstairs?
We may as well.
I'm gonna kind of put my hand to the baby blanket in the crib and just kind of like pick it up and look it over. Anything on it?
No, it looks clean. Bit musty, but what cloth wouldn't be at this point?
Throw it back into the crib. And then head out the room. Come on, she's already moving.
But Vanessa had other ideas. Oh, I thought we were lingering for some. For Vanessa to be like, oh my God.
Just stuck it on the old rug. Yeah. No. No. Which way do you go?
Lick that rug, Vanessa.
That carpet.
Back
No.
toward the study, essentially.
Thank you for reeling this in, Whisper. It's getting out of control.
The noise coming from up there?
I will open the door again, though I have opened this door before, so like I kind of am expecting.
It was still open.
It's still open.
Was it?
This one?
Yeah,
I
it's
know
been
I
open all
closed
session.
it again after opening it. It has not.
I don't think you clicked to close it. I felt it was already open, so it's not a shenanigans thing. I thought.
Oh,
It was
okay.
still
I was
open.
like, DM, I'd like to roll an insight check against the DM.
I mean, I might have opened it. Like last
Okay.
session, but yeah, it was open when we walked past it before.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, I would
you
have
see-
absolutely closed it again after I opened it that time, but yeah. Either
Yeah,
way.
you see stairs heading up to a wooden landing before going round the corner and continuing up out of sight.
I will look back at Hazim. Are you wanting to go first?
It really seems to make a difference either way. I will go first when you both want me to go first, and otherwise I will forever be following you, so I'm fine with whatever.
I think anywhere in this house we are going to be close quarters. So I'm not sure if it makes much of a difference. We will all end up in whatever we end up in together.
It simply means that you get hit before I do. Good for me, not so good for you.
I will step around the corner and head upstairs, and I do not see where I am anymore.
You don't. Are you following Vanessa, or do you have some last thoughts down here? Cool. Well, I set the next map to preload, so that should load quicker.
I'm on it.
Nice. I'm also going to suggest
Ooh!
that we take, because I tried to break around 9. I know I missed it last week. Let's take 10 minutes now, and then carry on.
I'm less inspired to play knowing that I'm not going to be able to kill any zombies now. There's no fucking
Why
zombies
not?
in this game.
Okay, you find yourself on a staircase. Oh, wrong map. There we go, it's a better map. Well, wrong overlay screen, rather.
Whisper has visions from when she was possessed that she knows the rough layout of this area.
Do I, DM?
No.
Oh,
You've
okay.
just seen it all, you might as well. That was a perfect way to say it. I don't know if you heard, Jack. Lucas saw the entire map a minute ago.
She
yeah,
did.
when I
She
loaded
saw.
on, it wasn't
She saw
hidden.
two. She saw 2 rooms.
I know what
Do you
those
mind,
rooms
like,
are.
to listen at the door, please?
Yeah. Make a perception check. As Vanessa and Hazim are comically rammed up against each other in the staircase.
Does it sound corridory outside here, dear?
Ah!
Oh, what?
I
Too
didn't
late. Too late, too late now.
You hear nothing.
Gabe's paused.
Whisper,
Oh dear.
as you so brazenly march out onto the landing without your companions, you sense light over your shoulder as you step away from the door, away from the safety and the proximity of your companions that you stepped away from so steppingly away, putting yourself out on alone. You see a being stood on the landing. It is shimmering and awash in light, holding 2 weapons that immediately it raises towards you.
Oh, cool.
I would like everybody to roll initiative, please.
Can I try something really quick?
You've walked out and it's seen you, so tell me what it is, but it may be no.
I would like to say the weird name that we heard in the letter, Cephalom or whatever, and then halt.
Okay, Cespinar.
No,
That's-
that's
I
not
would
what
like
she
to-
said.
Cephalon.
Syphilis is a Casper, the friendly
Yeah,
ghost.
you say that.
Keen mind, I remember its name.
Yeah.
I will
you
say that and
Cool.
say halt.
Cool, roll initiative.
Oh,
Yep,
are we all
okay.
we're all rolling it? Okay.
Well, yeah, because
Shit.
otherwise it's going to be... As soon as you see her react, something's going to happen. So you see her look over her shoulder, and I imagine from the staircase, both of you can see alarm on her face.
I mean, I
Yep,
clearly wasn't
and-
paying much attention, so.
And then suddenly I'm yelling out that name and saying halt.
Yeah.
But I look
Let's step Eidolon!
tense as fuck.
To step Eidolon. And Eidolon's from, like, Final Fantasy.
Vanessa, it's just a term.
Everything.
Pop up in Loads of
Everything.
Fantasy.
They're in
Vanessa, you
Warframe
see...
too.
Vanessa, you see Whisper turn and shout out Sespinar and then look alarmed.
Do I see this creature's thing react?
No. You can't see it at all. You can't see what she's talking
Oh, okay.
to or at.
Yeah, well then, I'll. Do I see any of the lights or?
You would see a little bit of a glow. It's
I'll
not
step-
it's not blinding though.
I'll step up and go. Whisper, what is it?
There's a creature of light at the end of the hallway. And I am like readying for I'm very clearly readying for a fight.
So that was 20 feet of movement. Seeing that, Vanessa will just shoot a glance back at Hazim, saying, "Get ready, just in case." And Vanessa's going to step back here, and she's going to hold an action if the Eidolon
We don't
approaches
know.
it.
Yes, you don't know, but for our terms,
Yes,
If
for
it's
our
what?
terms. Thank you, DM, for allowing me to speak with meta knowledge. That does not influence what I am doing as a character. Thank you. I would like to hold my action, and if it approaches and attacks either of my party members or myself, I will cast a spell on it.
which spell would you cast?
I'm going to try and cast Frostbite on it.
Okay.
I step forward.
No, you don't. Not your turn yet. It is now the thing that you don't know what it's called. It drifts down towards you, Whisper, and is going to attack. Vanessa, do you have line of sight in it from there? It
I
looks
do.
to me as if you do. Make your
do.
spell. With disadvantage, you see the form of it is just blurring and drifting, and it is difficult to focus on exactly where you intend.
This is not a
Your spell for that.
ranged spell attack. This is...
Of course. It is a
it
saving
is
throw
with
for
the
softbite,
Constitution.
isn't it? Nice. Oops, sorry, Whisper. You ever think? I'll move it up if it's easier for you.
It's a
Fails.
failure, so it takes 4 points, and it has a disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes.
It does. So these daggers, these glowing daggers of light, come out towards you, and it swings with both of them.
With disadvantage.
On the first one, yes. For Nat 1. First one misses. Second one. It's a 20 hit. You are muted, but I'm guessing you haven't got shield or anything.
Yes. It hits.
It's big hit. Slices across you. It then passes through the wall, and the light drops out. Whisper, it's you.
It just came up and swung on me and then ran through the wall.
You just stepped back through the wall.
You got done, son.
I'm gonna look at the others. Do we follow or retreat?
I don't even know what it is.
I mean, you would have seen that, like, attacking me, though, right, from where you were?
I can see some attacks coming at you, but it was in a square that I don't have vision of.
I believe it is something left by Aslan to protect the library of which he spoke.
Time's passing. What you do, Whisper?
Shit. I am going to... I'm gonna go here. No, wait, it can move through walls. That's not gonna do anything for me. I'm gonna step back this way. And I'm gonna open this door. If I can.
It is locked.
Fuck. Okay. I will... That's my turn. I am just gonna back up.
Okay. Azim, it's you.
I come out.
Yeah.
No,
Don't know what they're talking about. Don't know what they're talking about.
I like.
You see that Whisper's bleeding across her chest.
Where is it?
It went through the wall behind you.
Behind me is in this wall.
Yeah,
I'm
through that painting.
I'm gonna kick. I'm gonna barge through the door. Will it cost me an action to barge through it?
You're attacking through it, yeah.
Okay. I'm attacking through it. What do you want me to roll a strength check or something? Or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
DC 14. Your shoulder sinks into it. There's a crack on the door, but does not give. Just with a crack, you just see this bright yellow light shining through.
I will make another attack with my second extra attack on it.
Sure. It's close. You're shoving against it. You feel like one more would sink it, but for some reason, these are the first doors you've ever failed on, I think. But this is like an older...
I've never seen doors before. These doors are like those created by the gods. They are on fucking frames of steel.
The doors of Theseus.
This door should have come off as a fucking
you are.
walked past
You're
it.
not managing. You're not managing to get it off.
Okay. Then I shall back up. That door is impassable.
Anything else from you?
No, ready my fucking weapon.
Okay, the next you.
Would I be able to listen at these doors as a free action, or would it be an action to try and check out what's going on?
If you're taking a few seconds to stop and try and listen through, that's an action, yeah.
Yeah, I'll use, since I don't see it right now, I'll use my action to do that.
Sure.
I want to know what's going on between...
Which one are you listening to? Driver.
The one directly behind me.
Sure. Perceive away.
17.
You just hear you hear enough of a faint storm outside that you can guess that there are windows in this room. This is like an external room.
Okay. Then I will use the mage hand to open it, and just step inside if I can.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
You can cross the threshold. You find yourself in some sort of tattered, smashed up room littered with chairs, furniture, art easels. This is just this room has been utterly trashed.
And I'll yell out to the others. There's more room here, and she will. What am I doing? Go ahead and back up right here, and that'll be my turn for right now.
Okay. Azim. You see, just for a moment, like the birthday party and signs, just
Hello. It's coming right at you, Whisper. I point at the door, and I'm presuming I can see a bit of a glow. Has it like gone around?
Yeah.
Here? Okay.
It attacks. 25. Cuts across Whisper deeply, and then, before it makes its second strike, it erupts in a burst of sparks for a second, and immediately reappears over next to Vanessa, the blade already moving as it swings impossibly fast on this second strike. Can you do anything about 24, Vanessa?
No.
That is it. Whisper, it's you.
All right.
It just threw the wall, and then
I am going to just kind of touch myself really quick and do
Now's not the time.
a bonus action healing word on myself. Did that go? Ah, there it goes.
no, your health didn't change. Oof, big one.
And then I am going to just start kind of breathing a little panicky, having just gotten my health back after a real hard 36 hours. And I am going to cast Blink.
A link? Remind me.
Basically I roll for the remainder, like at the end of
It
every
is
one of my
not a
turns.
cantrip.
You've already cast Healing Word.
When you cast a bonus spell, with a bonus action spell, you can only get away with a cantrip of one action.
Fine then.
So what
I
do you actually
don't.
do, Whisper?
Nothing. No, I'm
Remember
gonna.
to give yourself your spell slot back.
Yep.
Cast a cantrip.
Yeah. What?
Sacred Flame.
I attack the darkness. I don't see it.
Well, go to where you can see it. Attack it.
I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went.
Well, so you would see the big. It is giving off light now, so you should be able to see the light on Vanessa.
Oh, okay.
Vanessa is in a dark room. All the light
Wait.
is from this creature.
No, the only light I see is coming from the hallway.
So just to confirm,
the
you
stairway.
don't see the giant rotating sunbeam coming from this creature.
No, I see light coming from this
That's weird.
stairway.
Do you see
I
the
saw it.
sunbeam, Vanessa? Yeah.
When it was there, I could see the sunbeam coming to about here, so I could see it, even though I couldn't see it.
That's weird. It's giving off enough light, Whisper, that you'd be able to see where it is.
All right, where is it though?
Oh, right, okay. It's directly above Vanessa. So if you can't see that, you need to F5 after this turn.
Just a 5.
Yeah, so
I
it's,
don't know where Vanessa is.
it's there.
Can someone
You can't
ping?
see the-
Thank you. No.
Vanessa's here. The creature is here.
Is this door supposed to be open or?
Yes.
Vanessa opened it.
All right.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna.
Okay,
Look.
you describe what you want to do, and I will do it for
I
you
would
while
like
you
to
build
go
a new
through
PC.
to the room.
Yep. You are now in there.
Oh, hey, I can see.
Oh, you stood on a trap. You moved past it. Oh, you've attack of opportunity. What are you doing?
Go on,
Oh
Whisper,
my
tell us
god.
what you're doing.
Okay, I will sacred flame now.
Okay. Do you need me to do it for you, or can you now see it?
No, I can do it now.
Cool. Excellent. Azim, you're coming up. The creature fails,
Noise.
and your flames merge with its flames for a moment, damaging you.
Heal it.
Yeah, healing.
Okay.
Anything else from you?
No, that's it.
Okay, Hazim, it's you.
Hey, 2, 3. Oh, I see it. 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I'm gonna do attack on it.
Oh, bear 1 second.
Vanessa, you are next.
Okay, I'm just gonna go for a normal attack.
You go wide.
Fuck this game, man. Oh,
You
okay. Hits with 14. Interesting.
You, thanks to your quick thinking, are able to just twist away and stop yourself from skewering Vanessa as you realise that this weapon meets no resistance at all as you lunge for it, and you can tell that it's heading straight through without any sort of damage to the creature, and you just manage to go whoop at the last second before ending Vanessa. It is immune to your weapon's damage.
Okay. I'm gonna. So I mean, I made the attack. I'm gonna try with the pommel then, see whether the blunt might do it. And we'll never know. I am going to back up.
It will try to swing at you.
Good. Provoked, Vanessa. You can move if you need to.
Yes, I'd like to.
I'm not. I mean, that hits me.
Yeah.
It shouldn't hit me.
Why?
I thought my.
You're 18 AC.
I thought my
You're
AC was
19
higher than
on
that.
mine.
Pardon?
No, it's always been 18. Except when you use your evasive thing that obviously puts it up by an amount.
Okay, that's fine. Ooh, that hurt.
Yeah. So you said I can move or no?
No, as in,
No,
I was provoking
you're
an attack
safe.
opportunity so that you could move.
Okay.
What's it done? 13 damage? Okay, I'm gonna second win that.
Okay. And then anything else from you after that? I'm sorry. What was that noise?
No, I'm done. Yeah, kind of. As it kind of attacks, shake it off a little bit, and yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Vanessa,
Oh,
it is you.
All right. So I can move without it provoking, right?
You can, yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna kind of like, as she ducks underneath the end of the glaive that just slammed into the space where her head once was, she kind of collapsed to the ground, and she's gonna scurry and scuttle out yonder.
Yeah, and you see its eyes follow you for a moment, but it's not able to do anything.
And then as I get over here, what?
so did my attack not hit? It like I can't hit it, or it's immune to my damage.
The one that hit, and it was immune.
Right, 'cause I hadn't rolled the damage, so it's immune to being hit, or as in.
Well, your glaive's not magic, is it?
No, but my sentinel triggers on if I hit an opponent, not whether I damage an opponent. So I'm saying, can I hit it, even if I can't damage it?
Yeah, but
Right.
that's,
Okay.
But I'd look into that.
Well,
That seems weird because I feel like surely Sentinel is like the threat of I might get hit, and if it doesn't care, what's to stop from sauntering through? You
Well,
can't do anything to it.
neither
That's
here nor
weird.
there. You can't make rules up. So yeah, I'm going to move back an extra one then.
Definitely.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, so Vanessa backed up.
Yes, and it's kind of cowering in the corner. She is going to use. She's going to actually quicken one of her spells. So take those away, and she's gonna quicken magic missile. Oh no! Wait, what did I do? Oh no, it's fine. So she's gonna go ahead and blast it with some magic missiles. And she's gonna do it at 2nd level, because that's all she's got right now.
Remind me what Quicken does.
Are you fucking kidding me? It makes a spell that you cast as an action, a bonus action.
Okay, so that's one of the darts, isn't it?
So it's 2 points of force per dart, and I cast it at 2nd, so it's going to be
4 darts.
4 darts. Yes. Yeah, just ringing this in.
As your magic missiles all go into it, the very last dart, it just scatters into a cloud of golden light that hangs for a moment. A couple of motes of starlight twinkle where it was. Drifts off.
What fucking damage have we done to this thing?
I don't trust that.
Yeah, I'm kind of like looking at Vanessa like that.
So
that
I'm going to
seemed too
hold
easy.
Yeah, it did. I'm going to hold an action to cast Frostbite on it again if it shows up.
Okay.
And my turn.
Whisper. Seeing this abrupt disappear.
I'm going to bonus action healing word. Did that not? Okay. Bonus action healing word at 2nd level. There we go. Vanessa. And then I am going to look at them and look around and then just like stealth down and go open one of these closet doors here. What I assume is closet doors.
Try to open the door. No, it looks like it's a door, not a closet.
Oh, okay.
But they do not open. They seem locked.
Okay.
Azim, a couple more seconds pass.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Yeah?
Blave out.
Vanessa. It's now been a good few seconds since it disappeared. Hasn't reappeared anywhere.
Yeah, I'll hold another Frostbite.
This continues. We're all doing this for 6, 12, 18 seconds. It's about a minute. Nothing's happened.
Did you just presume 10 rounds of my combat? You
Yeah.
took away my player agency?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
During that time, could I try and get these doors open?
You'll never do it, Whisper. It looks like these doors are made out of extremely strong wood that is really hard to bust down. Not
Maybe
like...
a strength for athletics check with DC 14, unless you're trying to like.
Oh, it's an
weasel
athletics check
open.
now. Oh, okay.
Well, what did you do it before? It was athletics you made, wasn't
You
it?
said strength check.
Oh yeah, strength, athletics, same thing.
I mean, I'm proficient in athletics, so I would have gained another +3 onto my attacks.
Are you proficient in athletics, Whisper?
No.
Okay,
Wait.
it's still higher anyway.
This fucking guy.
He got what? None of yours would have hit a 14. You got a 5 and a 7.
Unbelievable. Yeah, but I'd have felt empowered knowing I had proficiency. Oh, and it unlocked.
You managed to wrench. You managed to. You can't just open it from locked.
You knock the lock off.
I'll look back at them, not in here. And I'll go turn on the light.
Okay. Are we remaining on guard, or are we happy to step down from action
You
stations?
I'm on guard until the music stops.
Okay.
I can't hear any music, but I can hear wind now.
Oh, you're just a joke tonight. I'm not wasting any more time on your terrible machine.
oh, I can suddenly hear music. Like, just saying it. It was like, hey.
Just had to invoke it.
You just have to shake the window around and it starts working.
I'm
It's
going to
true.
go ahead and try and listen at this door and see if I can hear anything.
Perception check for this. Whilst, we have Whisper and turn the lights on.
Big old 3. With a 3, I think it's totally safe, and I'm going to open it.
You do not hear anything through the door, Vanessa. Whisper, just to give you some description, you have found what seems to be a bit of a sitting room, bookshelves, a coffee table. You see a telescope propped up in the window facing out. Zim, you obviously remain in the trashed.
Is this
Playroom.
blood from the effect from when we've been attacked, or is it on the map? There's blood on the map.
That's a module. I need
It's
to
an
rip
effect.
things. I need to turn
Sure.
off.
Yeah, I weren't sure. That's fine.
Yeah, the
It wasn't there before.
glowing
There's blood all over these toys. Oh, it's mine.
the glowing light creature did not bleed red blood. No.
No, it was me when I got hit.
Oh yeah. So it was.
I'd love to walk by this window and just kind of peek through the telescope, but I'm doing it kind of while keeping an eye out on the room, expecting something to come through the walls at any moment.
Sure, you think you're managing to keep an eye
Yep.
on both. You look through. You look through the telescope. You just see the grey, murky trees. Make me a dexterity save.
Okay. Dex saving throw.
Somebody
DC
put
18.
boot polish around the ring. You just
Yeah,
go-
literally.
Is that what it is?
You come away with a ring around your eye.
She doesn't know though.
No, she doesn't.
All right. And it doesn't appear to be pointed at anything specific, and there's no notes of
No.
castle spotting log in this book next to it.
No. The book next to it appears to be entirely blank.
Okay. Appears to be.
Fucking
Okay.
boot polish on
And
the...
anything yet?
What?
I'm gonna call out to the others.
No.
No, there's a door here that I don't hear anything behind it. It's locked, though.
The DM got this adventure out of the Beano.
I don't know what that is.
It's
British magazine.
It's a kids comic where they do silly things like putting boot polish around. Oh, anyway.
This door is locked.
This room is unsettling.
Well,
Not seen
have
as
to-
much damage like this in any other room.
Are there any? You said that there's canvases and easels and whatnot.
Yeah, it looks like this has been a bit of a day room. There's obviously been
paintings, or
there are a couple of just smashed, stamped on canvases on the floor.
nothing
They're
painted
very,
on?
very, very faded. No,
Okay, so nothing has signatures or anything.
no.
Azim, can you open this door? It's locked.
These doors. Yeah, I'll just keep.
Yeah, if we're not, we were in combat before. We can give it some time. D20 after 20 attempts. Door bursts open into what seems to be quite well preserved but abandoned, like the rest of a house. Children's bedroom, stuffed dragons, moulded, an old carved wooden knight on the beds, a horribly creepy, large doll sat holding a book in a rocking chair, couple of little trinkets and baubles and badly drawn kids' drawings hanging on the fireplace, nice little carpet of the night sky, wardrobe.
Can I use my mage hand to try and pull the book out from the doll?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna pull it to myself, see what it is.
It is a book of. Why is Hazid Tyran? It is a book of gothic fairy tales.
Cute, cute. Any of them recognizable or?
They not all of them have names you're familiar with, but you recognise a lot of the sort of concepts. They're a bit Brothers Grimm sort of tales.
Macabre.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah, she'll tuck it away. And is this bookshelf here? Cupboard thing?
It's a wardrobe.
Wardrobe? Look at it. See what's in it.
It seems to be full of old, what once was high quality but now moulded and moth-bitten children's clothes.
Yeah. Anything under the bed, Hazim?
I'll go and I'm presuming these toys are on there. The dragon and the knight.
Yes.
I will kind of like stow my glaive for a second and I'll kind of pick them both up. They look in good condition or molded like everything else?
Moulded.
Children's nursery, obviously. The doll is an interesting touch. No, nothing of interest. I'll kind of like slowly pull the bed sheets back, see if there's any blood or anything.
There is not.
Does the doll look familiar? Or like, is it done in the likeness of someone that we might know, or?
No, it seems to be very patched together from some bits of straw. You can tell this has been assembled. This has been a project. It's been constructed from things around a home.
Washing up bottles, sticky back plastic.
Is there any kind of like name tag on it, or like manufacturer's notes? Blinsky or something?
Oh, right. No, you do not see that.
Okay.
Where is Whisper?
I came up and was like standing at the doorway and saw the children's room, and then still stealth. I'm just kind of like following the wall back down.
I have messaged you several times, Whisper, across multiple platforms. Can you please check your messages in Discord?
You could always just whisper her through Foundry.
I have.
My Discord.
Oh.
My Discord is not up because it seems to load Foundry better when my Discord is not up. I don't know what's going on. I would like to amend my statement. I will walk in and looking very sad. I'm going to just walk and like sit down in the chair and like reach over as if for a storybook. And then I will look up and just kind of glance around. I feel very sad in this room.
Why?
I feel like I have memories of reading stories in here. It's such a sense of loss. And I'll just kind of like look over at the beds. Again, they are not my memories.
Does the doll look like it was fashioned to be a man or a woman?
Difficult to tell.
Kids, man, you just can't tell. Just fucking shit artists. I look at Whisper and say, does it feel like he lost his children? This room seems more preserved than the others.
I am not sure. I feel confused in here, like it is not as I remember it. And I'm just gonna kind of kick my foot at the rug and then like look down and start to grab at it. This does not belong here. And I'm gonna start like just kind of like pulling back at the edge of the rug.
Vanessa will help with her mage hand.
Yeah, I'm stood next to it, so I'll
It
start
will
kind of
not come up.
Does it look like it's nailed down anyway? We're kind of like lifting it.
You can get no purchase around me. Well, you can feel that it is there. It is not an illusion. But as you try to, you just find yourselves unable to raise it.
Does my Eldritch Sight ping anything?
It does not. But you are, as you're all between the three of you looking at it, it is apparent to you, Vanessa, that something magical must be at play here, and yet you sense no magic. Make me an Arcana or an Intelligence. Yeah, make me an Arcana check, Vanessa, DC 18.
All right.
I'll kind of like, while that's going on, I'll look at Whisper and... The house has played many tricks. Suddenly we can't move a rug?
This is such a strange trick. A trick against memories that don't even belong to me.
I think the house is
I'll step off to the side of the rug and continue to try and look at it, work the problem.
Vanessa, you are not familiar with it, or you don't have the skill to cast it, but you have heard that there is at least one spell out there that some advanced practitioners use that can alter or obfuscate or even conceal altogether the traces of their magic. That would be Nistor's aura.
This is powerful magic here. It's beyond even my capabilities. Whoever was here, this Aslan, perhaps, or Drakov, someone here is making this, is covering up the tracks.
Take out my dagger and try and pry at a floorboard nearby the rug to see if I can like get it up, and my intent is to kind of look down and under the floorboards to see what's going on.
Will not budge.
This is not real. It's the nature of the spell.
I'm gonna just stand up and look down. The rug shows the night sky almost in perfect detail. Now I'm going to walk back towards that spyglass.
What did the letter say, Hazim? For every star, every moon I see you in, something romantic.
I regret that I cannot help you finding the library. Often at night I will gaze at the moon and stars and whisper your name for every star that I can see. Strahd. Strahd. Strahd?
You say that, you begin to hear an incantation echoing around the room, and a single large, glowing rune manifests in the center of the rug.
I
Slowly begins to pulse.
back up.
Vanessa, make me... In fact, no. I'm going to... I will give it to Vanessa through your study. You recognize a strong sense of conjuration magic. this rune. Yeah, I agree, Hazim. Inspiration to Vanessa. That one together.
Oh, that was what that was right. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's why I said it. Strad's name 3 times. I was with Whisper. I was like, oh, it's the telescope, and you were
Yeah.
like, well, hold on a minute. Well done.
Grazie. Yeah, I'm going to whip out my magnifying glass if I can to try and get a more specific understanding of what this rune is.
I feel that it is, although it is powerful, it is recognizable enough from places of study that this is a concealed. Has been concealed, but it is a teleportation rune. This is a rune that, if touched, will transport a person touching it to the location of its intent.
Yeah, I'll relay it to the others. This is, as I said, powerful. This is a teleportation sigil.
I will just kind of pull my head up sharply and look at both the others. We go
Just to
through
check,
it.
did the noise play and
Yeah.
the graphic fading?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've prepared the library for your use. I've still got the letter out, though I do not know what state it will be by the time you find it. I'm sorry to say that I will be leaving Sespinar in charge of it. Perhaps this leads to a library?
I'm gonna just hold out my hands towards both of you guys each.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. We do this together, right?
Well, first let's test this out. And Vanessa will use
Wait,
her mage hand to
what?
knock the doll into the sigil.
Before you do that, I'm gonna be like, Vanessa, wait! What if it is one-time use?
I do not know enough about teleportation circles. I do not know.
I do not know either.
Are they?
But
Are
it is
they
not
one-time?
meant, it was not left for someone who would send a doll through first.
Yes, but we don't know what's on the other side.
Answers?
Traps.
Every door that we go through that we don't know the other side could be a trap. This is just a fancier door. And I look at Vanessa and kind of.
Yeah,
Give
I've still
us-
got my hands out.
Yeah. I know. I've got hold of your hand. I'm like, we're in it together, right? We've no other way out of here.
Vanessa looks at the doll, then down the sigil, and considers it. Then looks back up at Whisper and puts her gloved hand into hers. Very well.
All right, holding you guys very, very tight.
We're like really
Yes.
little, like we tried to do it as one creature all go through. at the
Yeah,
same
I'm just
time.
gonna step forward with my foot on the room.
I'll step with her at the same time.
However,
Yeah,
I'm
so-
not doing the whole close eyes thing. I'm looking at
yeah.
so I catch anything.
I've got glaive in other hand. So fuck this shit.
As the first of you touches the rune, there is an immediate sense of just the floorboards, the walls, the ceiling, all just scattering away as the building seems to just fold and peel, almost like rolling up in either direction from once, as you all just feel yourselves falling for a few moments into an orange light that very quickly begins to fold back in, this time showing stone where there was wood before, and stone hits you underfoot.
Jafakri.
I think Whisper's supposed to be in the middle of us.
What did you say, sorry, Vanessa?
Just saying Whisper's supposed to be in the middle of us.
Yeah, inconsistency. Ah! No, whoa! No clip. I managed to go through that wall, though.
And I pulled you at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I went to move you into position because you stepped up and basically lobbed you through it.
Phew.
So yeah, you find yourselves in a room with a glowing sigil on the floor.
Does this take us back?
Well,
No, I look at
so
Vanessa.
that you weren't stacked. You were already stood in the center of that sigil when you arrived at
Okay.
here.
Oh, okay. I will step out of it and hug the edges then.
I'll do the opposite and go to these books, see what they are.
I will step out and then. Will this take us back?
I'm not sure. Usually there's a spellcaster that controls these things. I'm not sure what the traffic is with this. Perhaps these books might have some answers.
I wonder if there's another code or phrase to activate the way back.
Well, let's look around first.
Yes.
Vanessa,
Yeah.
you said you were looking at mostly scrolls in here. A great deal. They all seem to be non-magical from your sense. The floor, there's no masking in place here. You can sense the magic of the floor, of the conjuration runes. They were shielded on the other side. You just recognize the sigil itself. In here, a great many non-magic tomes. You do not recognize the language in any of them. Enough to recognize different scripts and different languages from how they're written, but none of them are languages that you are familiar with. Literally nothing written in common.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the language doesn't look familiar. Are there at least any kind of numbers or something, or dates?
No, it just seems to be just lengthy prose.
I'll hand them off to the others to see if they recognize any of it.
I'll have a glance
Okay.
through.
Does any of it look like the writing? I'm sorry, was Asimov written in common?
Yes.
Never mind, I retract my question.
Well, you knew the title of it.
True.
Yeah, I is Elven for watership, and Asimov is Elven for down. No, just check all your languages. None of you recognize any of these.
As I kind of like look at the door, I will turn around to these two. And first of all, I'll point at Whisper. You keep going first. It keeps punching you in the face. Please just stop for here. And then I point at Vanessa. You're too keen, too eager, and too curious. This place of all places, I have no doubt you want to look at and touch everything first. Please don't. I am not so bold and brave, but I seem to be able to take a punch a little bit better than the rest of you. If the punches are coming, let me take them first, okay?
Such a gentleman. Yeah. By all means.
Well, if you die first, then I get stuck here. It's not complete altruism.
I was being completely sincere. So.
Okay. And I will look at the doorway. Take a breath. Oh my god, more books. And I look on my shoulder at Vanessa.
No, Vanessa, no!
We can't. There is. How high these walls? How high is the ceiling?
20 feet.
Ooh, so it's like 20, like wall to. Is it like wall to ceiling books? I think it would take more than one night of missing sleep to read through all these, Vanessa.
Vanessa, you detect magic coming from a hovering globe of light in the ceiling.
Yeah. As Hazim is saying that, when he turns around to look at her, she's already climbing up the stack of books, Spider-Man style. And she'll climb on the roof towards the globe to see what it is.
Yeah, you get a little bit higher and you see that it is just a glowing summoned ball of light, slowly rotating, just hovering in the center, in the air, not attached to anything, just drifting. Imagine it's some sort of perpetual light spell.
All right. So she'll pop down on this side, on the bookshelf, and she'll start going, like pulling books to see if they're in the same language that she can't read.
They seem to be in a variety of languages. You just to pick a tome at random, you pull something up that talks about the history of the Red Wizards of Thay. Find other tomes relating to the Spell Plague. An event which I believe you'd all be familiar with as being a historical event.
Yeah, Vanessa would. I have no idea what that is, but yes. Yeah, cool. And I assume she would have heard of Thay, or at least the Red Wizards.
Yeah, so they're a faction in a region with it. They're the kind of shady wizards of Thay.
Yeah, I know who they are, but sure.
Is there?
No, go on.
I was going to ask, is there any way for me to tell if there's any sort of order to the books? If it's talking about historical, like, is there like a date range order or something? Or like
I would say
region?
a library of this size, it is clearly not, after a few moments, not every book is authored on the spine. Those that are, it's apparently in a couple of minutes, but it's not alphabetical order. I would say it would take a library of this size a significant amount of time and investigation to work out a potential order to. Just from eyeballing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's nothing written on the...
No. Oh, yeah, it's certainly
on
not
the
sectioned.
shelves.
It's not
Like
sectioned. There's no
year
index
whatever
reference.
to whatever.
Dewey Decimal
No.
System.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it. Yeah, there's no Dewey Decimal.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 on investigation. I'm not going to try and do this all night, but I do just want to use that to try and find any literature that would either be of interest regarding like her interest in spells and things of that nature, or anything that would tie into what we know about what's going on.
Those books that you are able to read, they are all relating to history or magic here. Your magic sense is beginning to get overwhelmed. Many of these books are magical, even if it's just magical. Why is him laughing?
But they were all deceived because she did do this all night to check every magic book.
Also, you've lent out of camera there. Oh yeah, you're back now. Yeah, many of the books are magical. They seem to relate to minor up to moderate spellcraft. There are a couple of spell books, though you sense they have wards on them that would make them a bit of a project to undo. But yeah, there's a lot of magic here.
I'll take whatever spell books I can get. I'll work on those later. But
okay, I will pop one into your bag for the next session.
Mm-hmm.
He won't. If my last campaign's everything to go by, you'll get it in about 3 months' time.
Yeah. That's why they're warded, so he can figure out what actual spells are in there.
Well, Vanessa's continuing to pore over these titles, and I've been unable to figure out like any sort of system, and I'm going to look at Hazim and then kind of gesture to the door. We want to find out how far this goes.
There's the spell books, which obviously mechanically becomes its own thing. Are there any spell scrolls? Like individual
not in this room.
Oh.
Not in this room.
You saw some scrolls back in the first rooms. They weren't
But
magical.
you said none of them are magical, though, right?
Yeah. There's no spell scrolls in this room.
Sure. And I look over my shoulder. More books.
Oh, I was like that. Yeah, it opens up into, you see another large room. However, this one has a huge iron sort of vault-style door on the right.
I will look back at Vanessa and say, Vanessa, we should figure out what we're dealing with here first, and then explore the titles.
Yes, I just there's a few books that I think might be useful at some point. I'm able to unlock them.
I look over at Vanessa and say, we should probably find out whose library this is before we start stealing the books.
Well, if they wanted a secure library, they shouldn't have set up a teleportation sigil now, should they?
I think they tried very hard to secure it.
Not hard enough, apparently. Any ideas of how to open this vault door?
I kind of like
It just has the usual turn wheel on it.
I start turning. Does it feel like it unlocks as I do it?
Once you put a hand on it, it just begins to spin the wheel. As you hear like a slow creak and groan of metal as it begins to shift open.
Easier than expected.
I'm going to just take the liberty of moving Vanessa for a moment, just so that she can see as it unlocks and opens the sight beyond.
What the? We see all the books
You see
flying around.
Ahead a stretch of hallway, and then just the beginning of an enormous chamber littered with piles and piles of books, but also just books floating in a huge, slow, lazy, almost tornado in the sky. Your magic sense, Vanessa, is blindingly overpowered.
Yeah, she's like wincing at this point, just like trying, like she'll turn her eyes off for a moment, but then turn them back on just because she can't not fixate on the magic here.
I'm just kind of like, yeah, a bit overwhelmed myself, like looking at it, and then, I mean, this looks like a room, right? This is a bit different.
This is extraordinary. I've never seen anything like it.
Let's take a closer look. And I will glaive, drawn but not out, just kind of like walk in, and I'll kind of stand at the edge. How high are these piles? Enough that we can see across the room, presumably. So it's not
Yeah, you can see it would be difficult to go walking across, but yeah, they are sort of peaks and valleys throughout. But you see a clear path.
This is insane. Like zooming out, it's crazy. It's wild.
You can get this map over at patreon.com/themapcartographer.
Oh,
Note, Vanessa, how the books pass overhead of your token as well.
Exactly. I just want like, and there's shadows. There's drop shadows. Someone should be very proud of the work they did on this. I don't know who, but someone.
Thank you.
Thank you, DM.
Do we notice the desk above the piles of books, or is...
I'd say as you begin to pass around, you notice it. I would say you also notice on the there is a glowing quill scribbling away into a book, and as you sort of see it, you can see that the book's nearly at the end of writing. And as it gets to the end, the book snaps shut, goes, floats up for a second, and then just is unceremoniously off into the pile of books somewhere. There's a new book floats up off the floor, lands on the desk, opens, and the quill starts writing in that as well. I would also say you notice on the edge of the desk a large jar containing a brain.
I like to say I probably don't notice any of this. Like I am walking around like books ain't Hazim's thing. I mean, you know, he likes writing and stuff, but I'm just kind of like in circles, just kind of like following this around. Like this is like nothing else. This is amazing. Have you ever seen anything like this, either of you?
No.
I'm kind of like looking up, but I'm very conscious of where I'm stepping, like trying not to step on any of the books on the floor. Just like...
We may need to pause for a moment because my foundry. Oh no, it's caught back up now. For my
Yeah,
foundry was
it
crashing, man.
did lag for a second.
Does
Yeah, there we
is the brain like human sized
It
or
is
larger?
human size.
What did you
Let's
say?
say the size of a human's brain, not the size of a
Human,
human.
Yeah,
It's
it's the size of a human.
huge brain.
Yeah. No. Before they got up there, I did want to just have a quick moment where I take off my glove and just sort of press my palm to the glass to see if there's any kind of reaction.
Wall here in your head. Ugh, disgusting!
She'll immediately withdraw and put a glove back on. You all heard that, yes?
You
Yes.
all also just hear a breeze whip around. It's followed by a very strange noise of some, not all of the books, happen to be lying on their back or were open, just have a of like their pages whip a bit in the wind, and you see in more than one place as this happens and books are sort of flung open and scattered, sparks of magic and spells and sort of errant, almost like geysers just going off, bursting around. Everyone make a perception check. As you're watching this sort of hurricane pass around and these books be flung around, and some of them setting off these sparks of magic. Whisper, your eyes catch some movement. You see over in the pile of books, a figure stood with a hand raised towards you all.
Oh no.
There is a single as you see this figure seemingly made entirely of wrapped, almost like mummy's robes, glowing scrolls that Vanessa you see is absolutely magical, is stood there facing you all. I would like all of you roll initiative.
I don't want to fight in the pretty book room.
And
What will happen to the books?
as this is kind of like, I think, I'm pretty sure this is Cespenar. And I kind of like hold my glaive, like not overly threatening, but kind of ready.
What, the paper or the brain?
Fair.
Wow, we all rolled like ass on initiative.
The tired scholar. Tired of your shit. Get out.
Is this bread? Is this some fucking Dark Souls shit? This
Just seeing what you thought of it.
What the fuck? Oh shit! What?
Just seeing how it works. We might not like how it plays out. We might
Alright.
just.
Is this his actual health bar?
Vanessa, it's you.
Vanessa will have her hands up. She'll take her. She will have already taken her hand off the brain jar, which will just hands up. Don't shoot. Cespinal, is that your name? Is that what you're called?
You hear. All of you will hear. Yes.
The brain.
We don't come bearing any harm or ill will. We are just looking for answers.
Okay.
Where are we?
What? Are you continuing to talk for more than 6 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you want me to like roll persuasion to try and like get it to, calm down or whatever.
Give me a perception check. This is a free one.
It's 2.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you're just trying to petition this creature stood up on the books, and you do so for the entirety of your turn, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. End of your turn, then. The creature holds a hand up, and a book lifts from the floor, opens towards it for a moment, glows, and then drops. Nearby, nothing happens, seemingly. Why does it do this to me?
Of all the battles?
Yep, don't worry, I can still do it my way.
Oh, hello.
A glow begins to appear
Sure, why not?
in the air next to it.
Is that like a circular portal-y looking glow?
It
like
is.
A big oval in the like, so we can
It
see
is,
like a
and
gate.
my foundry, for some reason, is struggling. So I will tell you the rest of what happens when it catches up in a moment. There we go. And then... yeah, then it is just going to... from its hand, Vanessa, a firebolt erupts towards you.
I'd rather it didn't.
Can you do it from about 22?
No, I cannot.
Oh.
Ouch. That didn't feel good.
That is all it will do. Whisper, you're up.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going.
Walking over books as well, I will tell you all, no one has yet, but the books are difficult terrain.
Okay, I'm trying to walk on the path, but you know, I am going to walk up, and just make sure. So we are attacking the living book as I'm walking up.
Well, it seems like he's attacking you.
Okay, so sure. I'm going to cast spiritual weapon. There. Oh, why doesn't it?
Remember, you have a new way of casting it.
Yeah, it still wanted to place the thing. Does an 11 hit?
For the attack on it, it does not.
Okay. Well, I will still Brag. It won't let me pull it out, DM.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. That great module I set up for it then to just stop working. I will put your spiritual weapon next to it when, again, my foundry stops fussing. We'll get this round out the way. We'll call it after this round so I can have a chance for an update for next week, because there's no way this is done in 7 minutes. But yes, I will add Rabscuttle's. Yeah, Rabscuttle's Dirk's not even showing up for me now. Something is seriously lagging with my foundry, but I've added there. Was it where you put it? Was it below it or just right next to it?
Yeah, right next to it. Yep.
Oh, right next to it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, an 11 does not hit.
Okay. And then I am going to cast Sacred Flame only after a visible thought for a second. With concern for the books, but it's like, no, that's light.
You didn't target it, but it's that wouldn't have hit anyway. Oh, sorry, that was with damage.
Yeah, save.
It needs to make a dex save. Let's have a look. Yeah, you see it doesn't even attempt to twist away from it. You just see the runes on it glow for a moment, and you feel that they push back against the onslaught of your spell. Anything else from you, Whisper?
No, that's it.
Okay. As you have done this, the portal, you can see, turns slightly towards you, and from it, a firebolt erupts, but you just manage to twist away from it, and it sputters out on the stone.
It's shooting fire!
Hazim, it's you.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Oh, sorry,
4.
one thing I would have got to do, so at the end of a whisper. Oh, no, Joe, it was more than one turn. I would have missed it. It's fine. Carry on, Hazim.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay. And at the end, dodge action is at the end of your turn, Hazim.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of your turn, the DM will remember the legendary actions. He's going to use 2 legendary actions. Hazim, as you start making your way up, I presume glaive leveled or
No,
something?
I'm
just walking, just strolling. As you walk up, there is a tremble in the books next to you, and a huge, almost pseudopod of books comes rising up for a second, and then comes slamming down onto you. You obviously are dodging, so when you're prompted, make this save with advantage, please. As the book club comes in fact, I can, sorry. Oh, firebolt. It suddenly asked me about firebolts.
Not
What?
all of the things!
I don't know what's come up with a firebolt attack roll there. It should prompt you for a saving throw now, Hazim.
Not yet. It has not.
Oh,
It just damaged me.
have a check. Make me a dex saving throw. DC, where are we scrolling? 14. Oh, because I didn't pick up a stat when I built it, that's why. Yeah, make me a DC 14 dex saving throw. So it's half that on a save. So yeah, you make it, so you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. But as these books all come slamming down,
So wait, why did he take the dodge action then? If he was just gonna get hit.
Because it was after it was a legendary action that attacked
Oh,
me.
got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
as these books all slam down around you, you see
Angelo
sparks and
pops
blasts
up.
of magic are flying off. Can you please make me, Hazim, a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw?
DC 14 Wisdom
saving throw.
Okay.
Hold on, just double check it is 14. So 15, it's 15.
Okay, 1 second. So this isn't with advantage. So DC 15, Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? Oh, I can't. Can I use inspiration to re-roll, or do I have to prompt it at the
You
time?
would have declared
Okay.
before for your advantage.
Shit,
There is
yeah.
a blast and a spark of magic as these books just scatter, and Whisper and Vanessa, you see Hazim just disappear under these books.
Oh,
A
no.
moment later, the books begin to shift and move, and you just see, sort of pull himself out from underneath the books, a giant spider. Hazim, you've been polymorphed into a giant spider.
I'll take it. New stat block.
And that is also the bottom of a round. So we will pick up there next week.
But we don't know that's Azim.
Yeah, you just see Hazim disappear in this huge pile of books, and then a great big
Thank goodness
giant
we don't have-
spider. A giant
Thank goodness we don't
spider.
have a history of spiders or aversion to them.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
what on earth would I do if they attacked me while I was polymorphed? Oh no.
Yeah, an orange spider with a fox tail. Cool. Okay, we will pick up with that next week. With this boss fight.
Can you put a
yeah.
note next to me saying that I've got dodge triggered? I was looking for a thingy, but like a symbol, but I don't think we have one.
Oh, we did have them and it was gone. So yeah, sure. I'll put spider as your condition. Yeah, John, we'll put dead because that's big enough that we know. We'll go dead. Oh wait, yeah, he's dodging.
Okay,
Dodging
sure.
life.
Okay, what?
Sure.
Flying.
Flying.
He's on the wings of an angel. Okay, cool. We will be back next week for more. Until then, we'll be signing offline.